Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a showcase of HARRAN with the summer ANIS. Obviously, ANIS is a fantastic character. Pretty happy about that character. But one thing about her is that she can either play as a main DPS, honestly, or a support, and it's really nice that you have the options, right? So in this case, we're going to be using her as, I guess, both, right? A sub DPS, right? Because obviously her first skill to all electrical allies, it gives them an attack buff. At level 5, it's 42.74% of her attack, and this lasts for 10 seconds and reload speed. Now, this is actually going to be good with HARRAN because HARRAN's virus transfer is actually based off final attack. So that means, obviously, the buffed up attack that she'll be getting from ANIS, which is very unique, right? Final attack for a debuff is quite nasty, I'm not going to lie. Not to mention, obviously, she already gives herself an attack buff when she kills enemies, so this is going to be good. And then her burst skill is also based off final attack, so HARRAN should work very, very well with what's her name, Summer and ANIS here, right? So we're going to be using them here in the shooting range. Want to just see how well they are together. So obviously this is a team, I think, Litter, Rupee, ANIS, and HARRAN, and then obviously Privity is what we're going to use here. I'm actually going to use HARRAN first so that it's not like an advantage for ANIS, right? Because if ANIS uses her burst skill first, I want to really see how well HARRAN is going to do with and without ANIS, actually. So we'll probably just switch out ANIS later with like another burst 3 that's not a thing. It doesn't seem like they really fixed the setting for snipers. I'm not sure. Right, she charges decently, right? Nothing too crazy, but let's see now. So she doesn't have virus transfer, but she just killed somebody, so now virus transfer is transferring, and she's already hitting hard. 300k per shot, right? That's quite good. 300k per shot. So after the first full burst, she is at 8 million, but HARRAN is at, or not HARRAN. HARRAN is at 8 million, but ANIS is at 7 million, right? Remember, the full burst and the virus transfer all is based off final attack. So all the buffs that HARRAN is getting from Litter, Rupee, ANIS, and Privity is all being implemented there, right? Which is very, very nice. And then same as ANIS' second skill, right? It's all being applied here. So I think we're about to enter ANIS' burst skill. Oh no, we're entering HARRAN's right now. So after this full burst, I see virus transfers proccing. You can just see the HP going down on a lot of these characters, right? She hits hard, right? 300k. Pretty good there. And then yeah, 22. So they're actually on par. They're actually on par right there, right? Yeah, they're on par. It's not looking bad. I mean, let's see after the full burst, like, you know. So yeah, they're just sitting on par with each other. But then ANIS here, after ANIS' full burst, she's just gonna, you know, ANIS does what ANIS does, and she's just gonna go crazy, you know, ape damage. And then we're gonna take a look here. So yeah, you can see that she's slightly over. But virus transfer is actually helping HARRAN get up there too, right? I don't know if they're going to be tied by the time. Well, now they're going to be like, you know, 600k across everybody. Virus transfer and everything proccing. It's a lot. So I expect them to be on par. Yeah, like 30 million with ANIS. But let's try HARRAN out now without ANIS. And let's try her. Obviously, the same team, but we're going to remove ANIS and put in like, I don't want to put in Modernia. I want to put in like Alice. Right, just so that we could kind of see how much she would do without ANIS and how much she's doing with ANIS. So with ANIS, she's around that, I guess in shooting range, she was doing, let's say, 30 million in total. 31 million, I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was 31 million or 30 million. But without it, so you can see there's a, let's see how much a drop in damages, right? Is ANIS' buff that big at level 5 and how much mine is invested in? Well, she's still hitting like same amount, honestly. Well, nope. No, she's not. No, she's not. Okay, so after the first full burst, 6 million, 4 million. It's fine. We'll see. Right, remember, my ANIS doesn't have, like, she's not the best she can be, right? Like, she has overload gear, but my ANIS, remember, has max ammo capacity on her overload gear. I can't switch it right now because I don't have the crystals too. And then also her overload gear is all level 0. So my ANIS is kind of like shafted. Not really shafted. She's just not, you know, fully invested, right? Unfortunately, I need to let you wait till reset to get my max. But I want to say she seems to be doing far less without ANIS, obviously. And like obviously the reload speed is nice as well, right? Like the reload speed helps. Look how long that kind of takes, right? The reload speed definitely helps HARRAN there when she's using it, right? So for example, right now we would have the reload speed. We finish at 4 seconds. By the time it ends, there's only like 1 second left, right? So reload speed is definitely helping her there. The attack buff is definitely helping her there. You can see it's quite a difference there in damage, right? It's actually huge. I'm not gonna lie. How much was it? Let's take a look. It was 30 million or 31 million from HARRAN without or with ANIS, and without ANIS, it's 22 million. So it's a massive drop, right? It's a massive drop. Down near 10 million drop. So I don't know. The reload speed and attack buff, it's all going to connect at the end of the day, right? So we could try it again. I honestly wish I could, like... I wish... Now, like, at times like this, I wish that Noir didn't increase, you know, bullets. Because, honestly, Blanc putting the AoE, like, damage taken was so good. Like it would be so good for every time, but the thing is you have to have Noir to spam that, and Noir, every time you enter a full burst, then she ends up increasing your, you know, if her burst skill and her second skill was switched, you could actually make it work. But yeah, like ANIS is so broken though, right? And remember, my ANIS is handicapped. She has like 68% max ammo capacity increase on her overload gear, right? And not to mention her overload gear is not even upgraded, it's level 0. So for like, ANIS is so good, bro. She's really good. I've seen ANIS, apparently, okay, so I don't want to say apparently. This is how it really works, right? When you go into shooting range, ANIS is almost always going to hit harder than Scarlet, right? Surprisingly, right? Because Scarlet AoEs here and stuff like that, you would think she would do more. But ANIS ends up doing so much because with one bullet, right? And when you're spamming one bullet and you're dealing 300 and... what, I guess for me 312%, let's say, like, and it's hitting 2 enemies and you're doing that for every shot within 10 seconds, it becomes a lot. The damage output becomes a lot, right? And even though Scarlet is getting all the buffs that ANIS is getting, it's and her own 100%, like 115, 120% buff herself, it's quite insane to see that ANIS is either hitting as hard as Scarlet or harder than Scarlet in shooting range, right? But you could see the massive difference here. The only other electric character on this team is literally HARRAN. So you can kind of see, right? It was 77 million without ANIS, and now it's 113 million here. 35, 36, right? So that's what ANIS is doing for HARRAN. Literally. Nothing has changed here besides the reload and the attack buff from ANIS. So ANIS, the fact that you could use her as a support or a main DPS is actually, like, I'm going for dupes. Like, catch me today, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock EST. I guess we'll be live a bit earlier. I will be continuing to summon. I only have 3 multis now, but when, you know, trust me, when Helm's Banner comes around, I'm going to keep summoning for ANIS. This is a character you don't want to miss out on. It's really insane what I'm seeing from this character. And I really now expect, generally, I think we can all, honest to God, I think we can all, you know, agree. I think we can all agree that Nier has to be something nice too. It has to be, right? I was gonna give Nikke the benefit of the doubt by saying, oh, limited characters are always ass anyways, but then they make someone who's what? I don't think I would ever say ANIS is better than Scarlet. Like, in terms of utility, probably, because again, she's either the main DPS or supporting the team, right? Either way, so that's just more than what Scarlet's doing. All Scarlet is doing is DPS. So I think obviously ANIS has more usage there. But like the fact that what ANIS is doing, and she's handicapped here, right? Look, 68 point. Oh, I can't wait to remove this. My ANIS will be hitting hard like crazy, bro. But yeah, very good combination. Obviously it works because again, final attack includes the buff from ANIS. So when you use the burst skill, you're buffing your own attack. You have the pierce rate as well, or the pierce effect as well. You have the crit buff. It's not by that much, but you have the crit buff. And then you have the final virus, like the final attack for the virus transfer. It's a very good combination, these two. So you guys definitely let me know what you think. Yo, ANIS, really good. But yeah, HARRAN, very good Pilgrim. ANIS, very good limited, basically Pilgrim, to be honest. Like, you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys in the next one.